everybody, this is Silvia and I am here today to show you how I do a do-it-yourself sticker book. I'm actually going to be doing a smaller one. This is a small, this is a mini happy planner cover, and I bought myself some of these the other day at Michael's, and I actually have two different sets, so I decided that one of them I would use to make it a sticker storage instead of having my stickers hanging around everywhere. So I'm going to show you guys two different ways in case you don't have, I have this paper cutter, but you can use a ruler as well, and then little options if you don't have some of the supplies. So the first thing that I did was that I pretty much used this as a template to make it about the same size, just a little bit smaller, keeping in mind that that it's obviously going to so you don't have the pages actually all the way to the edge. So right here what I did is I kind of give it a little bit of space here and a little bit of space on the side over here. And so just with my pencil, what I just did is I traced around it to kind of cut around it. But if you don't have this and you want to make your own cover, what I did, the measurements that I had were pretty much 5 by 7 3/8. So you can do that. You can make it bigger if you're not going to use this specific cover or even the classic planner covers. Then you can make your own any size that you want. And I know some of the stickers, these are for my stickers that I buy on Etsy. So I'm basing it more because the sheets come a little bit smaller. But it's gonna be up to you if you want to use something. What I would suggest if you don't have these is using a file folder. You can use a file folder, or you can use those oh god, what are they called? So this is an example of how I made my own cover. I can probably do a tutorial on that, but this is pretty much those like paper folders that they have at the 99-cent store, and they just kind of have the slit. So pretty much that's what I used. And this one I made it the size of the classic happy planner, but like I said, you can make it any size. And this one, what I did is I just did it back to back, that way it's a little bit sturdier, and then I just decorated with these butterflies. I tried laminating, but because this has glitter and it's sticking up, the laminator that I have didn't work very well. I need to try with a self-adhesive or self-laminator, maybe the sheets that you buy and you kind of laminate yourself. So I can try that, but that's another option. That's another option as well. So anyway, so this is how you can do it. You can go ahead and do this. If you don't have a paper cutter, you can use the scissors. And if you do have the paper cutter, what's obviously it's very handy if you do have one. And then if you don't want to trace it, you also have the option of just measuring it and having it be the size that you want. And like I said, I do 7 3/8. That's what I did on the other ones, which is almost on the line actually that I drew. And then on this side it was 5. That's pretty much all you have to do on this. And it's like I said, it's almost like almost the size. I think I actually cut this one a little bit. Let me see. It's actually easier if you put it under, because you could see. So it seems like it is like almost there. I'm gonna cut just a little bit more off because I could still see a little bit on it. So pretty much that's all you do in order for you to make your pages. And then you can, I'm gonna get rid of that over there. So that's pretty much all you do. And you cut, like I said, you don't have to have a paper cutter. I could have done that with scissors. So the next thing that you do is you hole punch it. So pretty much I kind of measured this out to see on the hole puncher here where it would be, where you would be able to line it up. And I kind of use the line as a guide. There's like a little line right here that you can use as a guide, so that's what I used. And then just to make sure, I kind of just put it under, and it's pretty good right there where it's at. So now if you don't have a hole punch, you could actually get these pretty inexpensive at Michael's when there's coupons out. And if you have a happy planner, I would suggest you get one because it's pretty useful. But if not, I'm going to show you an option that I have come up with, and because I've seen other people that do this as well.
But it's pretty simple, where you just mark where the hole punch would go. I'm just going to do these lines as well, since I'm going to be cutting through them. But you definitely don't need to have the puncher if it's something that you do not feel like you're going to use so often. And you pretty much just punch where you marked. And then after you do all that, what you do with your scissors is just cut the little slits. Oops, wrong side. You just kind of cut the little slits. I'm just going to do them that way. I'll show you how it fits in the, when I start putting in the rings. The slits don't really have to be too big. I would just try to stay within the line. Some of these I think I cut a little bit too big. And then you might have to adjust it once you're done.
Let's get this out of the way. So, yeah, pretty much you just punch the rest of them, however many you want. And then what you do is, so here's my back cover. So I'm gonna need space right now, so I'll put this over here. So here already I have a set of sheets that are already cut and ready to go. And then here are my stickers that I'm gonna use. I like to use a double-sided sticky tape. But you could actually also use a glue stick. The only thing I would suggest is making sure that it's not the repositionable one, because if you use that one, it's easy for them to come off, and then you'll start seeing them like kind of flipping around in your pages. So pretty much, like I said, this is what I use. I'm going to show you guys this later so you can see how it slips in. But pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to leave that one till later, actually. So like, for example, these two. So for example, these two, they're going to fit together in one. So what I'm going to do is, I always get all confused on what side this tape is on this. So then once you have this on, so on these, because I think they're gonna be able to sit perfectly sideways, I'm gonna go ahead and just put them right here. Some of my stickers I had to cut them down a little bit, otherwise they would have not fit. And then that's all you do. And then there's this, and like I said, these, when there's a sticky tape, it's better because they'll stick longer that way. Then let's do this one. Oops, wrong side. So there's that one sticker sheet. So I'm just gonna continue to stick the rest of them, and then I'll show you guys how I put them in the, how I put them in my book. Alright, so now that I finished sticking all this stuff on there, what I'm going to show you is how to put them in the actually create the book. I do have another thing that I used to create these round shapes right here. So that way your book is not, like the ends don't start folding. So I just have this, I have this punch. It's pretty much just a rounded corner punch, and then you just round the corners like this. Actually, that one went through the sticker paper, but I think those make it just look a little bit cleaner. I don't cut very straight myself, so this actually helps, but it's not needed. I got this on Amazon. I can't recall the amount. But I'll leave it in the description box so that you guys can see if you guys are interested. What I like about it is that you don't have to put so much force. It's pretty like just easily click compared to other punches where you feel like you have to put a lot of pressure. Alright. So now that I did that, here are my covers, and then I'm using this. Using the mini discs that I got. I got those on sale once again at Michael's. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to arrange my sheets so that I could put them in there. Oh, and look at that one that I was going to show you guys how to put it inside. So there's the book, and then here is the one that I did with the actual, just the regular hole punch. Here's the one that I did with the regular hole punch, and then I just kind of did the slits there, and then it works out the same way. Like, just put it in there, and it works exactly the same way. If you notice that it kind of gets stuck a little, then that means that you just have to cut the line a little bit bigger and it will slip in perfectly. But then there's my book. And what I like about these compared to the 3-ring binders is that you can actually like flip the whole thing. So like let's say that I'm using more than one of these right here, then I have it already flipped and I can just easily keep taking them out. Or like for example the steps, when I have to pick more than one because I use one per day. That's what I like about these books. But definitely I can do a tutorial on how to make different types of pages. To make different types of covers, because like I said, I created this one and pretty much did stuff from, you know, did it myself. But there's actually also options where you can laminate them and you can make them last longer, because this would not last that long if I don't have it laminated. Actually, I have another sticker book, and this is my regular one, but this one is different because this one I just randomly just started sticking stuff on here. You see, but like these could definitely fit in here instead of being in here. These as well. These, but you know, I had already started this book. The only thing is, like, some of these I did with the glue and they started coming off, and that's why I like this one. Look at this page. That's the reason why I say I suggest a double-sided tape. This is how I organize my Happy Planner sticker books, but I don't do that anymore because I have way too many sticker books. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have been inspired to maybe do your own sticker book. Like I said, there's other options. Maybe I can come up with an option of the 3-ring binder for those people that like that option better. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.